Acorns Investing App. Here's the review. Should you be using this? Is it a convenience or just another way to get more of your money? Find out all in this video. Hello, welcome back to another video with Mind Money Masters. I'm your host, Cameron, and today we're going to talk about the Acorns Investing application. You may have heard of this since investing apps and services seem to be booming lately, especially with those that can be accessed via your smartphone. Think of the Robinhood investing app and a little debacle recently with GameStop. Not recently, but a little while ago with GameStop. However, when it comes to taking the concept of easy investing a step further and automating investment strategies as much as possible, Acorns may actually be the best at it. But before you run out to the website and set up your profile, you should have a look at this review of the Acorns Investing app, specifically because in this essential guide you will find all the information you need to decide whether this service is right for you. Also, please make sure to click that subscribe button on the right and turn on those notifications so you can see whenever I come out with new content or a new video. Let me know what you liked on this video and maybe more about what you would like to hear. It really helps me to improve by answering your questions and offering more of what you want to actually listen to. So, also, as we go into investing, please note that I am not a licensed investment advisor. All of the content produced today is merely my opinion and not in any way investment advice, so please work with your professional advisor before making any investment decisions. As usual, I would like to start us off with a quote today, actually from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Obviously, he did not invest in the Acorns app as he lived in the 1800s, but I love this quote, which actually can be applied to a number of scenarios, but it was definitely appropriate for this particular situation. So, the creation of 1,000 forests is in one acorn. What do you think about that? I think, definitely our goal whenever we invest in anything is to create wealth and create as many forests from our one little acorn as we possibly can. But I think that's really interesting how a single small investment can create something incredibly big in the future. So yeah, let's jump more into it here. What is the Acorns app? The Acorns Investing app, and what can it do for you? Acorns is one of the several app-based investment platforms that you can find in the market today. What makes this particular application unique is the concept of using spare change to invest. So to put it simply, the application rounds up your transactions and invests those cents into a diversified portfolio, all without you having to do anything. Now, you may have already seen this at drugstores or grocery stores. Basically, if they say you'd like to round up or donate to a charity or round up for something, whatever the case may be, you've probably heard this before. So it's not really new to the Acorns Investing app, but it is new to the general world of investing your spare change. So this rounding up is just to, potentially donate to your retirement plan versus a charity or something else. The app's idea is to remove all the anxieties and mental blocks to become investors and just simplify the whole process. Acorns currently offers its services at 3 pricing levels. There's the light, the personal, and the family profile. All range from $1 to $5 per month. It is worth mentioning, though, that aside from that monthly fee, there are no charges on transactions on Acorns. So in essence, purchasing a stock or purchasing an ETF in this particular scenario, there's no commissions. So there's no charge for that as well. So the app is easy to use, offers efficient customer service and support, usually 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. So the pros and cons. The app offers portfolios ranging from conservative to aggressive. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about here from a risk perspective, conservative or aggressive, I do have the basics of stock market investing that you might want to check out. That's another video that I've done. It kind of talks about risk management and risk profiles. So these particular portfolios range from conservative to aggressive, and the system suggests the best fit for your particular characteristics. Now, once you've linked your debit card or credit cards or both to the Acorns account, the investment of spare change will be automatic. The application will take care of it all, which takes away a lot of stress. Plus, the amounts taken from the account are so small that you really won't even notice that you're missing. So say, for example, you go to a gas station and it costs $36.45. Well, the initial dollar up from the 45 cents up to the next dollar, that amount will actually be invested into, that 55 cents will be invested into your investment account. So, obviously the idea is, you don't need to understand all basics of economics and financial theories to use Acorns. It takes away a lot of that complexity of investing. So another big win for this particular app is, contrary to other similar services, Acorns Investing does not require any minimum deposit to start using it. Further, if you are a new investor, you might appreciate the educational content you find in the app. They have videos and articles that are useful to make sense of the world of investing. You can get some advice on personal finance, credit cards, and even personal loans. As with many things in life, obviously it's not all rosy, so we got to talk about the cons a little bit. One considerable drawback of Acorns is that the possibility of losing money. Now, that is pretty standard within any investment, so that kind of goes without saying, but I want to make sure that you understand there is risk to these investments. It is investing in portfolios, so even the conservative portfolio could potentially go down in value. It's not a savings account. So also because of the small quantities managed by the app, it's unlikely that you'll be able to save the agreed upon standard 10 to 25% per year that most financial advisors would suggest to meet your retirement goals. Now, as a side note though, I would not necessarily suggest that you save the 10 to 25% of your income in merely a savings account. So you don't want to just put that 10 to 25% of your income into a savings account. You should use that 10 to 25% and invest in additional assets. I talk a little bit about emergency funds as well in my blog and on another YouTube video. Feel free to check that one out as well. That's a little bit different than what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is just sticking money away into a savings account and doing nothing with it. Money should be moved around. It should be used to purchase additional assets that can create cash flow for you for the future, not just sitting and doing nothing. The portfolio that you'll find in Acorns, though, is smaller, at least the amount of other opportunities that you can purchase from. So the investment options that you have is only going to be iShares, ETFs, and exchange-traded funds. So it's going to be a little restrictive if you're a more experienced investor. So just to kind of take that to begin with. But, my final take, I want to kind of give you exactly what my thoughts are. Is no doubt that Acorns and similar apps have contributed to making investing more popular. If you are new to investing, you should consider getting an Acorns account. I don't have any issue with it personally. I mean, I have one. I've had it for a while. You'll be surprised to discover how quickly those little pennies can accumulate. Acorns is an efficient way to save and invest a little money that you would spend on potentially other things that might not be necessary. So, but obviously investing isn't for everyone, so think at least twice before setting up your account. Again, I've already mentioned that you could potentially lose money. It is important to point out, though, that Acorns fees might wipe away your investment returns if you have very, very little balances. So definitely think about that. Plus, I mean, since the Acorn app is considered what I would consider a robo-advisor, there's really not much opportunity for you to work with a professional, in like a one-on-one actual live person, on any strategies or alternate options. With this particular, obviously ETFs, and I've talked about ETFs before on my channel, but it's probably a little bit better than mutual funds, but you want to make sure that there's other options that you can get into to maybe even manage your risk, your market risk, a little bit better than ETFs. So something to think about. It's really more of a what you see is what you get type of investing process, this Acorn. So you have options to invest in and you kind of just do it. So overall, I would say Acorns Investing can help you start, I guess, nudging yourself into investing if you're kind of on the cusp and not really interested in doing that without causing any overwhelming changes to your lifestyle. So Acorns is a good choice for boosting your savings account, opening your path to investing. In general, I think it's fair to say that it is good for you if you're looking for automated investing. If it's something that is kind of a easier step for you versus making a conscious decision to deposit money into your portfolio, this is automated for you. It takes the guesswork out. So whenever you select or look at new ways to invest, it's really important to look at all the facets of the program. So, like I said, I use the Acorns Investing App in a very small portfolio, and I do like that they use ETFs. They've taken the thought out of picking the ETFs. That's what's in the various portfolios. So it's something to kind of think about, that, we see that the portfolio is managed and there are fees. You pick your risk tolerance portfolio, and you want to make sure that the fees don't actually outweigh any type of the gains. So in a downward market, it could potentially be an issue, and there's no real way to manage risk within this portfolio except through quote unquote diversification. So ultimately, the goal here really is to create multiple sources of income. And I mean assets as well. Obviously, if you're in the stock market and you're investing in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, anything like that, you're going to hope that it goes up in value and the potential capital appreciation of the asset. ETFs, in and of themselves, are part of what I would consider the paper asset quadrant of the 4 asset quadrants. It's a good arena to start, usually pretty low barriers to entry, but to ultimately become financial free, we really need to have 5 to 7 sources of cash flow or income. That's what the wealthy do. So investing can be one, your main job can be another, but I would say, what about a third? For me, it's a side hustle. I have my own personal business, and the side hustle has actually taken over more of the cash flow than from any other business. So it's kind of interesting where you start off as a side hustle and it becomes kind of your main hustle. And there's a lot of tax advantages with starting your own business. I will tell you, if you've ever been curious and you just want to chat with someone about starting your own business online, or generating like a very profitable side hustle with an online business as an online digital marketer, I would be extremely happy to talk with you and help you. Please click in the description on this video below. There's a link in the video that gives you some excellent training to how to get started. It's actually the one that I use to start my business. So let me know, post in the comments, and I'd be happy to hear from you. I thank you so much for listening. I really, really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Comment below on what you liked and what I can do more of. I wish you all the best. Happy investing, and cheers to your success.